You know, C Spire is well known all over Mississippi and the Gulf Coast. I've been a C Spire inspired customer since it began. So today we're actually in the C Spire location in D'Iberville in the Promenade Shopping Center, talking to Toby Dubois, who is the GM of Home Services. How you doing, Toby?
I'm doing great.
Well,
Thanks for having me today.
share with us about your company's start, if you would, the mission, and your customers.
Will do. So we actually got our start on the coast here in 1988. So we've been around a long time. We're very well known as a wireless company. Have done that a long time for 35 years, 30 plus, over 35 years. That's what we're doing right now. But that's what we've been doing. And back 10 years ago, we started doing fiber. Started building fiber to people's homes. Fiber's widely recognized as the best there is as far as internet and reliability. And so that's what we started doing. And about 3 years ago, maybe 4, we really started expanding that and getting a lot more aggressive. And so that's what we're here doing now. And that's what we want to talk about with you all and let people know that we're serious about it. And that has been going on here in the Gulf Coast for quite a while as well. We have tens of thousands of homes passed, and we have more coming, and we'll continue to expand here. So
you've been successful in wireless,
yes.
And now you're finally expanding it. Why now?
Part of that is, years ago, like I said, part of that was our CEO is Mr. Umina. He had this vision of what we should be doing. How do we evolve and grow and become better? And that's kind of what we embarked on. So the reason now is I think for most, internet has become a requirement, right? It's no longer a thing the nice to have or a thing you'd like to be able to have. You really need it for entertainment. For
used
work.
to be considered a luxury.
It used to be.
And now it's like it's part of everyday life.
Everyday life. And you can't really, it's not good enough just to have internet, right? You have to have reliable service, reliable speeds, reliable service that stays up, that is both up and down, so that you can do what you need to do. That's especially true for work from home people. And that, as we all know, and after 2020, that became a lot more popular, in some cases needed. So we saw that as an opportunity for us to step in. We're a Mississippi-based company, have always been based in Mississippi, committed to the area, and we started, saying, hey, there's a problem here we can solve, and so that was really why we got into it.
Why is fiber internet so important?
So, like I said earlier, fiber is for most in the
blazing
fast, extremely reliable, more so than other technologies. Even companies that may have not started in fiber have now recognized, for the most part, that's where they need to go. So we just were fortunate to where we decided, like I said, 10 years ago, to get into it. Why do anything other than the best that's available? And so that's where the investments were made. It does afford those symmetrical speeds. I was talking about download and upload. Fiber allows for that.
Right.
Fiber allows for a much more reliable throughput at every location. Right. So if the networks get congested, our network can handle it. Some have problems in busy times of the day or evenings, and our network doesn't suffer from that, and so that's why we went fiber.
We have come a long way, because I can remember the old dial-up.
Oh,
I still hear that thing, ding, ding, ding. And you're sitting there while the little thing spins and spins and spins.
Absolutely.
And you can go take a nap while it's still spinning.
And you think about those days, right? I remember those days too, and I remember whenever I got DSL at my house, and at the time I was like, holy man, this is awesome, this is so much faster. And it was, but times have changed and things are evolving, and the needs have evolved, right? If you think now how much video content is consumed at homes compared to just 5 years ago.
Right.
So it's a much different time.
What differentiates C Spire from other providers?
The biggest thing is how we treat people, right? Our mission is to set out and serve. Right, we want to serve. That's what C Spire is. Most maybe don't know this, but C Spire stands for customer
inspired. Yes,
absolutely. That's what it is, and so that's how we see it. Is how do we serve? So at the core of who we are, we're servants. Right, we're here to serve. We provide a product that gives us an opportunity to serve. So that's really what makes us different. Is how do we serve and treat people? And that's what we're all about. And that's in every line of business, whether it be wireless, which is where we started, and then we evolved into business, and we got a great business presence as well, then now into home. So that's really what sets us apart. We can talk about the network and all the products and all those things, but it really boils down to how we treat people.
And that's right. I mean, that's one of the reasons I have stayed with C Spire from the very beginning, is because when I walk into one of your many locations here along the Gulf Coast,
yes,
always greeted with a smile, Jim, be right with you. Or what can I do for you today?
And we appreciate you being that loyal customer.
Well, I am. I have been. For the longest time. I have my phone is. I need to replace the little screen protector thing.
You're in the right place today.
Yes, I am. Thought about that already. Like, get me a customer advisor. Where can they learn more about C Spire fiber and the availability in their area?
Great question. So we have it on our website. You can go to cspire.com/fiber, and you can go there to learn more about what we're doing and where we are. And you also check your address. We have a little check your address availability. It's called check availability. Enter your address, and it'll tell you if it's there already. And if not, it'll ask you for your information. We'll reach back out to you when it is there. When it is ready. And we're building right now. We're building. This week we're building in this territory, and we're building all over the state, but here as well.
Well, that's
probably the best way.
Yeah, and that's the great thing about it, because I know a lot of people that have gotten on the fiber optic from C Spire because of the availability of it, the speed of it, the reliability of it. They don't have any issues.
Yeah, and that's how we design it, right? It's built to be resilient, and especially one thing I'll point out, talking about resiliency and reliability, our entire network's on the ground. We don't put anything in the air. You can argue that there would be opportunities to do that. Maybe you save a few dollars depending on your circumstance. That's not how we built it. It's built underground. Probably nowhere is that more important than down on the coast, right? I mean, hurricanes are real, and they come through, and they do a lot of damage. And
you end up spending more money with crews getting out there trying to repair the lines, get the lines back up. Especially if you got poles down. You got to wait for the power company to come along to get those up.
Right.
So it's a big hassle. So the fact that you do put it underground, it's more visually nice anyway. You don't see all these
looks nice,
cables and lines going everywhere.
But in those circumstances, right, when you do have a hurricane and maybe there's damages and all that, one less thing to worry about is whether or not your internet's going to be working. And our network is very resilient, and we've had a lot of success when those events do occur. And so that's why we invest in the ground. That's why we put it the way we do.
And the one thing that I love about being a C Spire member is I've been to so many different places around the Gulf Coast here out in the country and everything. And one of my friends would have a different carrier, and he's like, "Man, I don't have any bars." And I said, "I got 3 or 4. You want to borrow my phone?" So it's reliable. So anyway, Toby Dubois, thank you so much for enlightening us on this the new thing going on here. Well, it's actually not new; it's been going on now, but it's coming to your area soon. So be sure that you check it out. C Spire, customer inspired.